Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love Season 8. But y'all know I say Season 9 because of that resort. Yeah. This is episode 6, Dates and Doubts. And if you're new here, I review Ready to Love. I have other content that's late, like this video, that I will be dropping very soon, like real soon. Like by the time you see this, the next video might be on the way, okay? So let's get into it. Be sure to subscribe because this is a growing channel. I need your help to grow so I can continue to put out these videos, okay? So if you enjoy it, watch it on through, hit the like, subscribe, comment, I respond, let's chat it up. I'll see you in the comments, okay? So this week, the ladies have the power to eliminate. And they tell Tommy in the ladies' lounge that the fellas are just not communicating. And we already seen that. They ain't really even had to tell us. We know. So they're not showing interest like they should. And Tommy wants them to tell the men their doubts. At this moment, I don't see any couples, honestly. In this moment, no. But we get to our first date. We had no group dates, all one-on-one dates. Thank goodness. And that usually happens when we're about halfway through, which lets me know we're about halfway through and I don't even see no couples. But okay, let's get into it. So, Aries and Boring Phil have a date, a dinner date. And Aries, she's looking for a stepdaddy for her children and a husband for herself. And I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. To my surprise, they said that they'd be on the phone 24/7. And I said, when did this connection come about? Because I don't remember seeing them interact at any point. But I mean, we never know what's going on behind the scenes, child. So they both want a blended family because we know she has two boys, Phil has a child, and Lord, Aries asked if Phil, if it was a red flag for him that she had been twice divorced. I didn't know she was divorced twice. I thought she was only divorced once. So that was a fun fact we learned about her. And he's like, no, that's part of your testimony. Like, I've been divorced as well. So whatever. As long as you single now, that's all that matters. Um, Apparently they're following Tommy's rules because they have not dated. Every season we got these people and they date outside the show, and it's like, oh, well, behind the scenes. Oh, well, what y'all didn't catch. They said they have not. They've only been talking. They say it felt like long distance because all they've been doing is talking on the phone. They ain't been seeing each other. And I did long distance. Well, it was long distance. It's not no more. It ain't easy. Y'all in the same city, like y'all can, meet up real quick, just to say hey or something. But good for them for following the rules. They kiss. I mean, you know, it felt more natural than Marvin and Unique kissing, so I'll give them that. Moving on, Chris 2.0 and Sierra have a one-on-one date. Sierra asks Chris his insecurities, and he said he doesn't have any, which makes no sense to me because everyone has an insecurity. Now, if you just don't want to share, you just don't want to share. But his insecurities came out within the same date, so let's get there. He said he went to school to be a doctor, but it was hard, so he quit. He is officially Chris MD going forward. Going forward, he will be Chris MD. He also said he ripped the runway, honey. He was in New York Fashion Week. Yeah, okay. Jack of all trades, I see. And now he's a bail bondsman, and he used to be a teacher. And I just don't know how someone has all this time to change their careers this often at 34. It's just, I guess it can be done because he said it. So okay. So Sierra ain't buying none of it. Neither is the rest of us. And Chris MD says he pays attention to what his woman likes. And she was like, well, I like Birkin, Chanel, Gucci, Louis, That put him off completely. Like, immediately, he did not find that joke funny at all. He was like, what if I'm having a rough year? What if I'm down bad? What if I'm broke? And she was like, well, I'll just buy it myself. Like, I got the coin. It's fine. So he just wasn't feeling it. He couldn't take the joke. And she was like, well, that says more about you than me. You said it wasn't insecure, but it seemed like you were a little financially strapped. Okay. That's what it was given, in my opinion. Now, I can see his point of view when he said, I just met you like 2 seconds ago. You talking about Birkins, which is some people's annual salary. But, I mean, she was clearly joking. So, let it go. Chris 1.0 and Jessica have a date where she brings him lunch. And he's like, I'm so surprised. I can't believe this. Like I said, I don't. Because I'm like, you knew y'all was supposed to be meeting clearly. So are you just surprised about the lunch part? Okay. So Jess said Marielle is direct, like they have direct communication, like she like to do, and Chris just is not, and I don't see that ever changing. I just don't. Chris 1.0 doesn't like her assertiveness and wants her to be soft. I don't foresee that happening. I think this is just who she is. Like that's just how she be. This is her personality, and I think she needs a man who's really assertive himself to pull that femininity, that feminine energy, for lack of better words, out of her. Since he's not direct, I don't see him doing that. Jessica said he's inconsistent. He blames work, and she like, okay, but people make time for what they want. Then he said basically she not chasing him, or something like that. I just, ugh. You don't call me, well, you don't call me. Like I don't like this new dating. Ooh, it's like the women and the men be in competition, butting heads. I don't like it. So Kat and Marvin meet for coffee. Did they get coffee? I didn't really see nobody drinking nothing. Thanks to the movie man on our Ready to Love panel. Shameless plug. Check out the Ready to Love panel. We do it every week. We rotate weeks. If you missed this past panel, it was on the Bell Perspectives channel. Check out the community tab. This upcoming Friday, it will be on Miss Kira Speaks panel. Check the community tab because the link will be up this week, okay? Very good time, good conversation, all different points of views, okay? So, anyway, like I was saying about D movie man, the first thing I noticed about Marvin was his busted up knees. It was right in the camera, and I ain't really noticed the first time I saw it, but when he said it, I couldn't take my eyes away. So suddenly Marvin starts talking about the Power Ranger costumes for some convention he going to, and Kat was like, let's cut to the chase. I just want to know if you want a monogamous relationship. And this is an ongoing thing that the women are asking him because I thought I heard him mention something about poly relationships. So that's the burning question. And, he says yes, but Kat, like the other ladies, feel like he just telling her what he thinks she wants to hear, and she don't like that. So Herbert comes over to Kira's. The streets are talking, and they saying that is not her real name. You know, y'all want to find out what her real name is? Look it up. Let me know in the comments. Her dog don't got no home training. Like the dog was just all over the place. Like we need to, if the dog is loose like that, you need to put him, somewhere else. Put him up. Because he was just like, he did not care. He didn't understand boundaries. And Herbert seemed like he was over it. Janelle and Quentin also have a dinner date, so we going back and forth between the two. And I don't know if Q is trying to look sophisticated because he's with Janelle, or what the reason it was behind him having that shirt buttoned up to the tip top of his neck like that. It looked like it was like just tight around the neck, like, and then the glasses, it was too much going on. It was congested. But anyway, Kira tells her that he's nonchalant, his communication's lacking. This is just ongoing for him. Like he said, I don't like y'all. I'm not calling y'all. I feel like he's really got a woman that ain't on the show because he has no time for y'all. And Kira also asks if she's in his top three because he was like, it's hard to be texting 2-3 people at the same time. It's really not. It's really not. It's not. You text 2-3 friends at a time. You can text your mama and daddy in the same day. I mean, I don't. But she was like, oh, what did you say? 2 or 3? Am I in the top 3 at least? And he sounded like he was lying, but he said, yeah, in my opinion. So suddenly, out of nowhere, Kira wants to, she burst into this TikTok dance that she wants to do. And it was just like, where did this even come from? It was giving a little bit kiddie, a little childish. I mean, it was fine when they did it, but it was just like, girl, like this is our first date. I don't even know you like that. I'm not about to be doing no TikTok dance. But he went along with it. I don't see anything more than friendship, and I don't think he's gonna be talking to her no more after this. Janelle wants to start a family like yesterday. She said that clock is ticking. She's also open to adoption though, and Q didn't know that she was adopted. We knew she was adopted at the mixer. Like, where was he at when this conversation was going on? I don't know, because I feel like, what are y'all talking about? If she let us know when we barely even knew her name that she was adopted, what have y'all been speaking about all this time? What were y'all discussing? What was the conversation entailing? Nothing deep. That you didn't know that she was adopted, and when she seems to be an open book about it. So Q asked if Janelle's adoptive parents are black. She said they are. I low key was wondering the same thing too, though. So at least he did ask that, because I did wonder that when she first told us this. For as far as Q and Janelle, I'm really not buying it. Like, they not. I don't know. It doesn't seem authentic, like a real connection to me. So Kira and Maria have a date for some unforeseen reason, because I thought we established last week that they don't like each other. But Kira got some things to get off her chest, so I guess that's why. After Kira gets her white chocolate ice cream, yogurt, or whatever they were eating, they discuss desserts they like. She says she likes sweet potato pies and not the Miss Patty pies at Walmart. She wants a homemade. And Maria said he likes that unhealthy banana pudding. But they move on from that because we spent a little too much time on it. And he discusses him being blackly black. He's blackly black, 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 black. He's black, y'all. He's black. Okay? And Kara says, I have older brothers and a dad, so I don't see why you would prejudge me. Girl, duh. Last week you told us you have cousins. Now you have brothers and a dad. Her parents failed her when it comes to her identity crisis. It seems like they have dropped the ball because she is struggling. What does your black family members have to do with anything? Clearly, we know you have black ancestry going on. Your family's black, obviously. Sis, you are not even light skinned. Like, you don't have to explain that you have black siblings. So she's offended for being prejudged. She can dish it, but she damn sure can't take it. So Lee and Marvin go out again and again. Why? And Lee looks exhausted or bored or something. I don't know, sleepy. Marvin said his favorite movie is Jurassic Park. And he likes to do impersonations. And Lee said, you like to do impersonations of Jurassic Park? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, come again? And then there was silence for 10 solid minutes. And Marvin said the people, not the dinosaurs. Yeah, okay. Okay, whatever you say. Leah is pretty but extremely boring, and this date is giving me sleepy time. Very much forced, and I was ready for it to end. We go to the ladies' lounge, and the ladies look lovely. They feel like Chris MD is putting on, and he is. And not to bring the streets back into this, or the people, but the people in them streets is talking, and they said he was an actor. And that's what it's given. Jessica said that Marvin told her he enjoys when his partner is doing a grown up with other people. Like, he like to watch that. That's just a level of kink that I ain't ever trying to be on, okay? So Kara is offended that Maria questioned her blackness. I'm glad someone did. You got questions for people. So if you got questions for people, why can't anyone have a question for you? I don't understand. And Kara also messes up Maria's name. And when she did, Janelle rolled her eyes and she felt like it was intentional. She was like, she messed up his name because he called her out on her anti-blackness or whatever it was, something along them lines. It was something like that. And so she felt like she did it on purpose. Mean Girl Janelle sound like she right to me. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Because she called him Marvin. She like, oh, I don't know. It's just so many names. Oh, shut up. So Tommy calls out Janelle's eye rolling. And Janelle and Jessica call out Kira's self-proclaimed close proximity to whiteness. Um, yeah, Kara, I don't know what's happening. I don't, all this explanation you doing to try to explain your blackness ain't making no sense at all. To me, it's worse than when a white person says, I have a black friends or have a black coworker or I have black people that work for me or whatever. Like, it's worse because you black and you're saying this. Like, this is crazy. So Kira calls them mean girls, and two things can be true at the same time. Yes, they are giving mean girls, and yes, you have an issue with your identity and you need to go get a therapist if you don't see one already. Janelle yelled she doesn't like Kira and she won't ever be talking to her. And Tommy yelled, hey, 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 we don't all have to be friends. But Tommy, if you don't. So moving on, he also says two men will be getting eliminated. Okay, that's his curveball. What happened to last season's curveball when they were able to save somebody from being eliminated? That was short lived. I guess they didn't bring that back. So Lee has an eliminate with Marier. Kat has one with Marvin and Kira with Chris 2.0. So Lee tells Marier that he has the homie vibes, and he mentioned him getting in the friend zone, and she was like, I didn't say friend zone, I said homie vibes. Girl, what does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? What do you mean? If you don't mean friend zone, then what do you mean? Because what is the homie to you? Girl. Um, I don't what. So Marvin was eliminated for obvious reasons. He tried to go back and forth with Kat at first. This was like the wrong show for him. He should have been on something else, not this. And I also think Kara should be on something else. We said on the Ready to Let panel, maybe The Bachelor. I don't know, something on Netflix maybe, but not this. So Chris 2.0, aka model, aka MD, etc., did not take being eliminated lightly. He called out Sierra. He didn't say her name, but he mentioned Miss Birkenbags wanting an expensive $50,000 purse, but has to Uber to dates. I don't see what one has to do with the. Where's the correlation? Like, okay, just because she uses Uber Black. Shout out to Uber Black, okay? According to Janelle said she used Uber Black and she got the coin. So, I mean, we don't know, but she's using Uber to get around the city. She probably don't want you to know what car she driving. I wouldn't on this show. I don't know you like that, and the cameras around. I don't want you to know where I live. I don't want you to know what kind of car I drive. I don't want you to know none of that. Carrie ain't even telling her new name, her real name, allegedly. But you mad about somebody getting on Uber? That don't mean that she can't afford Birkins. But either way, can you afford it? Well, if you can't, then I mean, what difference will it make? But Mario is safe. I guess he's safely in the homie zone, not the friend zone, the homie zone. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Next week we meet the exes. I can't believe we're meeting exes, and nobody even likes each other. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe. Check out my other content, please. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.